What it do, ski? It's your boy Fellow34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Doctor Who Season 11, Episode 7. I just want to say, guys, my apologies in advance. The video file got corrupted. The audio for Episode 7 kind of got messed up. So, again, it was one of the situations where the recording got fried, but the actual screen recording worked. So, I'm going to put together Episode 7 just like I did with the one earlier this season that didn't work out. Unfortunate, because this is probably one of the best episodes of the season so far. I'm just gonna go on into my review right now and just talk about it. So again, super sorry for that one, guys. I'm gonna get episode 8 up like right away just to make up for that one. It happens. I'm not even upset about it too much. You know, we just start. Oh, why is it? Oh, it's not even fucking. I need to adjust my settings. Just fix the color settings there. But yeah, not gonna get upset about it. It happens from time to time. Just sucks to sort of like a recent spree. But anyway, let's dive in and talk about this episode because I really enjoyed it. I thought this was one of the best episodes of the season so far. Overall, I thought this was an interesting and fun episode of Doctor Who. Just right off the bat, we get a random package in the mail, and it just goes into this sort of mystery after this distress call saying "help me" around the idea called Kerblam. That was a really nifty concept just off of that alone. And then how the Doctor was such a big fan of it, and the Fez, and then not to mention the whole Agatha Christie line. That was just brilliant. I absolutely enjoyed that. It was a really good callback. Some standouts to me this episode had to have been the set designs. Thought they were really well done. The character designs as well for the Kerblam workers. I thought they were well done. The idea of Kerblam, which is a large facility, felt like a real, little factory world. And I loved how a lot of variety to how this episode looked. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And then even just the idea of Kerblam as like this sort of large shipping company for the universe. I thought the branding for it was really dope. The color schemes. Even in the episode, the little like propaganda-y posters in the background, just some subtle things that made this episode elevated in terms of its set design was great. And I think one of the biggest standouts to me this episode had to have been this felt like a proper New Who classic episode of Doctor Who, in my opinion. I think one of the biggest things contributing to that is the pacing. This is probably the best paced episode of the season. It was really well done. There was a lot of setups. They all paid off in the end. Some of them were very subtle, and it just progressed naturally. And I think that's what worked so well for this one. Speaking of naturally, I've had issues this season where it's like, oh, this episode is Graham's focus episode, and then Yaz and Ryan are just sort of standing there in the background. And then, or this other episode, it's Ryan's focus, and then Yaz and Graham are just standing in the back, or just in the background, not really doing anything. Or all three of them. For this episode, it felt like all the companions from Graham to Yaz to Ryan all had storylines and their dialogue, and it all worked well, and they all felt like their characters to the T. Especially, I gotta say, Yaz was a real standout in this episode, in my opinion, because she felt like a police officer. At some episodes, I didn't feel like she was either written well or she was just sitting there not really doing anything. This episode with Dan, she was grilling him. I could see that she was sort of picking apart him and trying to get some interrogating him almost in her conversation with him until the emotional bits came in with the daughter and stuff, which I loved. Even restraining at the end, near the end of this episode, I thought she was really well done here, especially in comparison to the previous episodes this season. Also, Graham here was a sweetheart as well. Making that connection with Charlie is being a talker like he is, and Ryan too. They remembered that, he brought that to the forefront, that he has a condition, and they mentioned in the first episode. They really haven't brought it up since, so it was great to see that. Also, I think another thing that attributes to it being a great episode was the side characters to the cast. I thought were all great, from the big bad boss to the human recruiter. They all felt dynamic in their own way, and they felt unique. They didn't just feel like some miscasted wooden character had no personality like we did a few episodes ago with the guy in the Doctor Spaceship episode. Not that at all, and I think that worked. It worked really well with having them. We think they're evil, but they're really not. They're actually trying to help, and they're just doing their job, coupled with just solid performances by the actors. So just those two are great, and then the other side characters, Charlie, Dan, and Kira, who are tied with the companions. Love them. They were interesting. They were dynamic. They had a backstory. We could empathize with them. We could feel for them. Loved them. I thought they were great. I think all those things just contributed to making one episode that was fun, entertaining, and felt like a proper Who episode, and just felt very natural in its progression. So I would love to see more people who were responsible for this one. I think it's Jennifer and whoever wrote this in more episodes for Doctor Who, because I think they get it, especially with this season. Shy, I'm secretly in love with her relationship between Charlie and Kira. That wasn't a very big part of this episode, but I really liked that. That was a sweet and genuine moment in the episode for just some side characters. Speaking of Kerblam, I thought got the twist of following them this whole entire time, and there's these creepy robots that were just following us. I like how they threw a curveball, and it was actually the overseeing system and computer and robot AI that needed help, not the humans. The whole idea of the bubble wrap at the end of this episode, just like, I was so shocked. I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, what's in the box? I'm like, cardboard, bubble wrap, and using 3, 2, 1, go. And using the bubble wrap as a bomb was pretty unique, and I thought it was an interesting twist. I could see that might lose some people, but I thought it worked well in my opinion. Overall, I definitely think this is one of the better episodes and one of my favorite episodes of the season. But while I did enjoy it, I could probably like nitpick 1 or 2 things. I think the biggest issue for me had to have been like, what was the message? Like, what were we trying to get across this episode? Like, Charlie was like a straight up terrorist, but in the headlines he'll say a lone wolf. So it's just kind of a little mud. I think the messaging and theme, or like what I was supposed to get out of the episode, wasn't very clear, at least to me, because he did all those actions, changed the 10% to more. He obviously died, but he still got what he wanted. So like, and is it like, was this episode like pro automation and like for like Amazon type corporation against it? I don't know. It just didn't seem very clear to me. Apart from that, I thought this was a dope episode and I liked it quite a bit, and a standout for season 11. Yeah, guys, that was Doctor Who season 11 episode 7, guys. What'd you think about this one? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's get some discussion going on about what you thought about this one. Again, I just want to give a huge apology for the audio. I don't know. I'm gonna watch episode 8 today and have it up as well just to make up for it again. But yeah, that was episode 7, guys. What'd you think about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. That being said, the rest of the episode is going to play. If you're interested in watching that, I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.
What is it? No, it's still coming for us. Ah! It's a teleport pulse.
Delivery for the doctor.
Ah! It's the Kerblam man! It's the what? The Kerblam man!
You're just making sounds now.
Delivery fulfilled. And remember, if you want it, Kerblam it.
Must have been a while back. What do you think? Still me?
Nice. Check it out. They even use bubble wrap.
Help me.
Probably someone just bored out their minds mucking about. Trust me, I've been there. Should have seen what used to hide inside the trainers.
What if it's not? There's the planet Kandoka, and we're on its moon. Kerblam turned it into one massive warehouse.
Look at the size of it.
Do you mind if I take a look? It might just be the spelling. By the way, this is our reference.
Oh, you're relatives of the First Lady.
Oh, did she put that? We asked her not to.
Private shuttle landing. Sorry, person error. Right, well, let's get you on this induction then. Follow me this way.
Welcome to another rewarding shift at Kerblam.
Morning, Les. How are the family?
Good morning, Daniel. My name is not Les, but I acknowledge your amusing co-worker banter.
Every morning. So much for machine learning.
Have a great day, Dan.
To the friendly face of the system. They're here to assist and to supervise the organic workers.
Organic?
Oh, sorry. Listen to me. You get so used to the jargon. Gone native. Mind you, I would say that, wouldn't I? Head of people, self-interest. It's funny, I don't normally talk this much.
How's the morale among the workers?
I like to think very good. It's my job to make sure that everyone's happy. Not that it's difficult. I mean, we're all so grateful to have a job, right? We all know how hard they are to come by.
Relax as I fix your group loop.
Are we under house arrest?
Oh, no. The group loops monitor productivity and report back to the system. Right, time for the tour. 600 million products. The system instantly relays customer orders to workers in fulfillment. They scan the product and send it down to the packing stations. Any person found on the conveyor faces immediate termination. Final checks where parcels are inspected, sealed, and go down the hatch.
Hold on, what about me? Where am I going?
Graham O'Brien. A very warm welcome to premium maintenance.
Not a word.
Product incoming.
But now, I just take a deep breath, beginning of every shift, and tell myself, Kira Arlo, you can do this. Sometimes I almost believe myself. If I ever get bored, I imagine customers opening their parcels back on Kandoka. I only ever got a present the once, but oh, I can never forget how it felt. Happiness. These packages, we make them happy by doing what we do here.
You have a great approach to life, Kira.
Thank you. That's so lovely of you. Nobody's ever said something that nice to me.
Where are these packing slips generated from?
Sent a poster to a little girl for her bedroom wall.
How old is she?
6.
Where is she?
She's upstairs. She's head of finance.
It's tough being away from family.
Well, at least I'm working. Unlike half the galaxy. Suppose we would have got ourselves to blame. Whilst we were busy staring at our phones, technology went and nicked our jobs.
Great conversation, guys. But unnecessary talking can lead to efficiency reductions. Why not pick up the pace a little?
Sure thing, Basil.
Thank you.
He was a pole dancer till his hips gave out. Like you, Yaz, you laugh at my jokes. No, not a good idea. Not on your first day. I'll take that. You'll get lost in the 999s.
Dan, I'm perfectly capable.
I know you are. I'm just not sure the system is. There's barely anything down the 999s anymore. The last person to search for an order down there got the sack. I never saw them again. Not having that happen to you. Not on your first day.
I could add it to my collection.
Doctor, don't.
Gentle people skills advice for you, Mr. Slade. Respect goes both ways. The best managers, the really good ones, value their staff and know instinctively if someone's in trouble.
Jax from the canteen, Chinello from maintenance, and it's weird because Lupa called Chinello's mom, and she never arrived home.
Found these. They belong to Dan Cooper. Do you know where he is? Okay, never mind.
Safety rule 198. Do not drink any of the cleaning fluids.
Yeah, I've got it now.
You're perfectly placed. No one questions a cleaner. You've got unrestricted access.
Yeah, and chronic skin irritation.
I'm so clumsy.
Oh, I don't mind.
Really?
Really?
Just such butterfingers.
I love butter.
Oh.
Bye.
Yeah.
Workplace crush. Reminds me of you when you were younger. When I say younger, I mean last month.
Funny.
Yeah.
Come on, we're going to file a complaint. Oh, talking of wasps, did I ever tell you about me and Agatha Christie?
So, how long have you had a thing for Kira?
What do you know about that?
That's one of my superpowers, yeah. I can detect even the most subtle of social cues.
Really?
No! It's obvious.
I mean, I don't...
No!
No, it's kind of... It's just, I can't concentrate when I'm near her. It's like I forget.
everything that I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, have you smelt her?
Strange enough, I haven't.
She smells perfect. I haven't told anyone else. Oh, right up to today. Designs, layout, everything.
Right, won't somebody miss them?
Just for show. Like you say, we're only borrowing.
What if I said we got lost, ended up in here by accident just as the filing cabinet weirdly fell open? How would that play?
There were no shuttles from Kandoka today. I checked.
I suggest you're guilty of some serious negligence. Another power drain.
That's not a power drain. That's a total system blackout. Power's drained.
Investigating.
Charlie!
Investigating. Investigating.
Do something! I'm trying! There are sensor codes are fluctuating! System's gone rogue.
Of course it's gone rogue. Nobody would do any of this deliberately.
If I ever find out that you're lying...
I have worked for years to make Kerblam more of a people-powered company. My career has been about bringing people like Charlie here, people who need a second chance, haven't I?
It's true. She's the reason most of us are here.
We are thrilled to reveal you've been designated Employee of the Day.
Oh, wow, I didn't even know there was such a thing.
And in recognition of your work, Kerblam has a gift for you.
A gift?
Come with us.
No people are allowed down there.
Dispatch. Foundation levels, right?
Make yourself at home.
I mean, the parcels are safe. We're just parcels now.
But the parcels get wrapped in bubble wrap to protect them. From what?
Oh my days.
From that.
We did it! That was amazing! We're amazing! Charlie! You're the man!
On 1, 2, 3.
We did it! We're not dead! We're totally not dead!
Planet! You may also like to know we have a 1 hour offer on cushions. Cushions liven up the grimmest workplace, like this one.
Charlie, hi. I'm the doctor.
Emanation persists. Hygiene defenses activated. Initiate disintegration. Disintegration processes.
I mean, the robots are kidnapping the workers, then liquidising them.
What I don't understand is why...
Anyone got a tissue?
Whoa!
Looks like an army.
There's no access from here. We can't get around.
Complaints have been coming in about delayed deliveries. This must be why. Everything's stuck here. Nothing's going out. What's happened?
Being held back. All these deliveries all at once.
To do what?
You said it looked like an army. What do armies carry?
Weapons?
What does every parcel here have in common?
Oh my God. Is that what happened to Dan? And all the others too?
You knew something was gonna happen.
Charlie,
He's done this deliberately.
we need to find the doctor.
The workers aren't the targets, it's the customers.
Kerblam's trying to kill their own customers? That's the worst business plan I've ever heard.
Doctor, we found you.
Kira's dead, and Charlie had something to do with it.
What?
Not Kira! It wasn't meant for her. The system took her. It's been fighting back against me.
Because it knew what you were planning.
Needed test subjects to be sure the detonation forces would work in such a small concentration.
What, Charlie? How do you know all this stuff?
They want us to be grateful that 10% of people get to work. What about the other 90%? What about our futures? Because without action, next time it will be 7%, then 5, then 1.
Except Kerblam's system does have a conscience. It's been fighting you, Charlie. It knew it.
How everyone on Kandoka sees technology, then it is worth it for the cause.
This isn't a cause. You're not an activist. This is cold-blooded murder.
We can't let the systems take control.
The systems aren't the problem. How people use and exploit the system. That's the problem. People like you.
I don't care what you think. The delivery goes ahead.
Mass delivery procedures initiated.
Someone grab that controller!
Mass delivery.
No. I'm sorry.
Twirly, I need your help.
Sleep mode off. Hello again. Customers with your current medical symptoms browse blood pressure medication.
This is important. I've linked you into the new system. Out of there now!
Opening delivery. If you want it, come below.
Doctor, can I make a request?
Always.
If Dan hadn't have switched scanners, it would have been me in that test room. He saved my life. I want to take this to his daughter. Tell her how much he loved it, how much he loved her.
It's the least we can do.
Put it down. It's Kerblam bubble wrap.
You sure you want to pop that?